following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona. Brother Mike is back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. God bless you today. Thanks for tuning into the radio program. Today's Bible study, Gender Affirmation Fraud, also known as GAF. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? A lot of interesting stuff about this new gender dysphoria material in the psychiatric field. You'll be interested in it. I'll make a couple of announcements while you make that call. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in downtown Phoenix on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. Is the red brick building. The website is hardcorechristianity.com. When you go there, you'll see all of our ministry services. Thursday and Friday night, we have live services at 7 p.m. Pacific and Arizona time. Preaching, teaching, healing, and deliverance at both services. In addition, we have a Zoom deliverance service every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Arizona time. Send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com, and I'll send you the Zoom code and the password. Also, if you need a religious exemption, when you send me an email, I'll be happy to send that out to you. If you need the miracle list to help someone get delivered or healed, this step-by-step guide to deliverance works 100% of the time. When you go to the website, please sign up for one of our seminars. The women's seminar is November 19th. That's a Saturday, and that's at noon. The Children's Deliverance and Healing Service is November 5th. That's a Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. My deliverance training class is November 26th. That's a Saturday at noon. And please remember to hit the PayPal button when you go to the website and send us another donation. May God richly bless you. GAF, Gender Affirmation Fraud. As you well know, the devil has carried this thing all over the country so fast. I mean, it's gone warp speed. Warp speed. It is amazing how this thing has been promulgated by Satan, and of course it's all based on social media and impressionable minds that he is manipulating and convincing that they were born in the wrong sex or they're non-binary. A recent report came out from Maryland, a school district in Maryland. Check this out. New data was released Thursday by an employee in the school district, Montgomery County Public Schools. That's the largest school district in Maryland. They have seen a 582% increase in children identifying as something other than their biological birth sex. Since 2019 to 2021, it's gone up 582%. Okay? Now that's not scientifically possible. That's not biologically possible. That is all the result of demons, sexual perversion demons, promulgating gender dysphoria over social media, in particular Facebook and TikTok. And according to Bethany Mandel, she was interviewed by the Daily Caller. She said that, quote, this isn't data that the outside world has seen before. It was accidentally shared and is incredibly illuminating. What happened was the school district, they had a squealer on the staff there, and they just published it. They snuck it out because the figures were so alarming. And they are alarming. The devil is promulgating this thing so fast, and he is taking advantage of children and their impressionable minds like you can't conceive nor believe. Let me give you a couple of examples here. It says during the 2019 to 2020 school year, a total of 35 students reported gender nonconformity to one of the school counselors. 4 elementary students, 19 middle school students, and 12 high schoolers. Then during the 2021 to 2022, the total number of students reporting gender nonconformity spiked to 239. Included 18 elementary students, 129 middle schoolers, and 92 high schoolers. And what happens is these students go to the counseling department or the nurses station and they fill out a form. And they ask the student if they're non-binary. And 45% of the children that filled out those forms reported that they were non-binary. Meaning that if they were born a girl, they have a sense or feeling they may be a boy, and vice versa. And this survey that they did covered 84 schools, including 20 elementary schools. What's really interesting in this system is that they have guidelines for parents in the Maryland School District. And their guidelines includes, number one, the right to privacy, and it says specifically that every child has the right to keep their gender identities private. And that's on the form they fill out. And if the parents are supportive of the child's non-conforming gender identity status, then the parents are allowed to receive the information provided to the school by the child. But if the parents are not supporting of it based on the child's testimony, if they say that the parents do not support it, they're against it, the school district then does not share any information with the parent. They're out of the loop. You're out of the loop. If something's going on and you're not aware of it, and it probably is, because how many parents keep track of their child's social media? How many parents audit that? Well, actually, not that many, a small percent. So you wouldn't know what was going on with your child anyway. And with TikTok and Facebook and the other social media sites, they just keep telling people that these are symptoms that you may have been born in the wrong body, and they go over it over and over and over again, and the child starts to get these demonic thoughts put into their mind, and then the demons attack the child, and they keep pressuring them and telling them in their minds that they're non-conforming. And in this article, a person named Colin Wright was mentioned in it. She's an evolutionary biologist and journalist. She said that the definition of transgender is now changing. They're including in that section gender nonconforming students. Gender nonconforming students would be like a tomboy, a girl who knows she's a girl, does not have gender dysphoria, but likes to do boy things, sports, hunting, whatever boys do. Vice versa. The smaller percent of boys who like to do softer things, feminine things sometimes, but know they're a boy, are now classified as gender nonconforming, and they are being lumped into transgender. If you're a transgender, you have transgender dysphoria. That means that you are displeased, hurt, wounded, upset, concerned, suffering from anxiety, suffering from fears about the fact that you may be born in one sex, but actually may be another. That's gender dysphoria. You're not pleased with your biological assignment. Now, everybody knows that this is total insanity because transgenderism has only been around for a few decades. And if it was true, there'd be some evidence, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, BC, AD, what have you, and there isn't. This is a social media phenomenon, brainwashing children. And the research has come out that these children have anxiety disorders or have been sexually abused or are suffering from depression. And then they come up with this concept that they may be transgender. That's already been researched and it's already been documented. Translation, these are troubled children who are influenced by social media who now think they're not just gender nonconforming, but they may be transgender. And the biggest crime of all is the CDC and the AMA and the APA and Planned Parenthood are all taking gender nonconforming children and lumping them in with transgenderism. And they're trying to get them to go in for genital mutilation, transgender surgeries, mastectomies, castrations. And in some states, they don't even want to tell the parents that it's happening. And they're mutilating our children all over the country. And they're not even telling the parents about it. This is complete Satanism. This is totally demonic. This is not real. The book of Genesis specifically and clearly states that God made only two genders. Yahweh or Jehovah made them male and female. You're either born a male or you're born a female unless you have a disability at birth. Hermaphrodites is what they used to call them. But that's a very, very rare condition. It has nothing to do with what God said in Genesis. If your children need counseling and you're a born-again Christian, you can get counseling for them at the Arizona Deliverance Center. You can get it free. No charge to born-again Christians. If your children need to be in a deliverance program, November 5th, the Children's Deliverance Service at 10 a.m., please bring them.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.